Autopsy Simulator, aka I love dead bodies and sad backstories. Okay, I went into Autopsy Simulator expecting to just slice up cadavers and maybe find a watch inside someone's chest cavity like a grim Kinder Egg. But no, this game said, you want a tragic personal story with your corpses, and handed me depression with a scalpel. You're a forensic pathologist with a dark past. Because of course, working through both physical and emotional guts. The game looks realistic, like disturbingly realistic. You examine wounds, take tissue samples, and then suddenly there's a supernatural twist that makes you say, hold up, why is this guy's liver whispering to me? And yes, there's a segment where you're dissecting while being stalked by something. Nothing says productivity like checking for stab wounds while getting jump-scared by a ghost with boundary issues. The Renovator Origins, aka This Old Haunted House. You ever watch one of those renovation shows and think, wow, this needs more jump scares? Well, this is that. The Renovator Origins gives you a rundown house, tools and a dream, and also possibly cursed objects, ghosts, and a mysterious history you really didn't sign up for. 1 minute you're installing drywall, next minute you're discovering a secret room with a diary that says, do not read this out loud, and somehow the ghosts get angrier the nicer the kitchen looks. It's like HGTV meets Amnesia. If you've ever wanted to scream in a beautiful open-concept living room, this is your game. Is this game trying to kill me? AKA, yes it is. This title doesn't lie. It's like someone played Getting Over It, Jump King, and Dark Souls back to back and said, how can I make this even more painful? Every level is a new way to die. Spikes? Yes. Lava? Obviously. Invisible traps triggered by your sense of self-worth? Probably. The tutorial alone tries to gaslight you. A text pops up saying, jump here, and you do, and land in a pit full of bees, sentient bees, with law degrees. It's hard, it's unfair, it's mean, but I couldn't stop playing it, because I refused to let the game win. It's the digital equivalent of someone slapping a pie out of your hand and daring you to pick it back up. Harpagun, aka Imagine Doom, and a grappling hook had a baby that snorted caffeine. I was not ready for Harpagun. This game throws you into an arena with enemies, weapons, and one key mechanic, a grappling hook so powerful it could yank Thor off his hammer. You swing through air, dodge bullets, latch onto enemies mid-fight, and if you touch the ground too long, you probably die of boredom. This is one of those games that doesn't ask if you're good. It demands that you become good or perish trying. Also the soundtrack? Absolute fire, like someone mixed dubstep and machine gun fire and then yelled motivational quotas over it. Ark, Survival Ascended. The cat out Meow, aka Dino Survival, but now with aggressive cats. Okay, so Ark, Survival Ascended already had everything. Survival mechanics, massive dinosaurs, crafting, building, yelling at your tribe mates because they stole your berries. But now they're adding a cat expansion. Yep, cats. Mutant, murderous, possibly magical cats. I don't know who pitched this. I don't know why, but I want to give them a high five and a restraining order. The cats in this expansion are not your regular domestic purr machines. These are genetically modified apex predators with fur. They will stalk you. They will hiss at your T-Rex. They will judge your base aesthetic, and you can tame them. I don't know how yet. Maybe fish, maybe emotional vulnerability. But once you do, they'll follow you around like tiny tiger bodyguards. Imagine rolling into a dino fight on the back of a saber-tooth with your house cat sniper unit perched on your shoulder like a furry little war criminal. Stygian, Outer Gods. So first up, Stygian, Outer Gods. This game looks like H.P. Lovecraft did mushrooms and then tried to DM a Dungeons & Dragons session but forgot the dice and just started chanting in Latin. We're talking cosmic horror meets isometric RPG, and from what we've seen, it's dripping with mood. Not the good kind of mood, like candles and bubble baths, more like the wallpaper is watching you, and the bathtub is a portal to an eyeball dimension. The art, gorgeous, in a why is that statue bleeding and whispering my name kind of way. Every character looks like they need a hug and several years of therapy. The outer gods are not here to help, they are here to ruin your day, your town, and possibly your soul. So naturally I'm hyped. Caligo. Okay, next. Caligo. This game isn't new, but it's popping back up in the conversation because it's weird. And you know we love weird here. This one's more of a walking sim, but instead of walking through forests or haunted houses, you're walking through your own existence. Deep, right? It's like if the Stanley Parable took a philosophy class and then watched Black Mirror for 6 hours straight. There's no combat, no puzzles, just you, some beautiful environments, and a narrator who sounds like he knows way too much about your browser history. It's existential, it's artsy, and it kinda makes you question everything, including why you just ate a whole bag of Doritos at 2 a.m. Would I play this at night? Yes. Would I sleep after? Number. Everspace. 2. Wrath of the Ancients. Space. Lasers. Pew pew. Explosions. Existential dread from uncovering ancient alien artifacts that probably should have stayed buried under 18 metric tons of asteroid rubble. Everspace 2, Wrath of the Ancients, is the latest expansion, and let me just say, if you liked the base game's fast-paced space combat, loot chasing, and stunning visuals, then buckle up, literally. Get in your ship, grab your energy drinks, and prepare to fight stuff that makes the Death Star look like a Roomba. There's new ships, ancient alien tech, mysterious storylines, and a whole lot of things that want to kill you in very sci-fi horror ways. You ever open a glowing alien cube and hear whispers? That's a sign to leave it alone. But will we? Of course not. We're gamers. Dune Awakening, yes, the sandy survival MMO that will 100% cause at least one friendship-ending betrayal. Dune Awakening. So imagine Rust. Now imagine Rust, but with sandworms that eat entire buildings, spice that may or may not be psychedelic, and no water, not even a Capri Sun. Dune Awakening puts you on Arrakis and says, good luck, don't die, try not to get eaten. Also, everyone's trying to kill you for spice. It's a survival game, but instead of chopping trees and building log cabins, you're trying to not dehydrate while being hunted by 12 Fremen and a worm the size of a subway train. Also, politics, because it's not Dune without at least 20 layers of backstabbing. Can't wait to die because someone poisoned my still suit or betrayed me over some spice. I'll be screaming, I am the Kwisatz Haderach, while bleeding out in the desert. 10 over 10 will play. 2/10 survival rate. The first Berserker, Khazan, the Hand of Fate. Now let's shift gears from space and sand to something that looks like it punched its way out of an anime studio with blood on its fists. The first Berserker, Khazan, aka what if God of War had an emo cousin who listened to metal and screamed in Korean? This game looks like it's going hard. Stylish action combat, a protagonist who's mad at literally everything, and the kind of boss fights where you spend 90% of the time dodging and 10% crying. Khazan himself is the definition of I want revenge, and I brought this comically oversized sword to prove it. And the art style, so clean, so detailed, like someone took Berserk, Devil May Cry, and a Korean webtoon, threw it in a blender, and hit rage mode. Expect violence, drama, yelling, and possibly a tragic backstory that makes you scream. Why must the good die young? Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. First up, we have Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. A name so fancy, it sounds like it should come with a wine pairing. You play as Sciel, a badass heroine in a beautifully surreal world where, wait for it, a giant paints people out of existence. Like, she literally paints your name and poof, gone. Look, if Bob Ross had a goth phase and an attitude problem, this would be it. But here's the twist. This game isn't just turn-based. It's got real-time reflex tests too. Imagine playing chess and dodgeball at the same time. The combat is slick, the world is French AF, in the best way, and the art style is like someone sprinkled magic onto a nightmare. If you like Nier Persona, or just vibing with existential dread, this one's for you. Dig VR, Dig FM. Coming in hot, or should I say, underground, we've got Dig VR, Dig FM. Yes, it's a VR game where you dig a lot. Like, seriously, it's the most literal title since Goat Simulator. You're a radio DJ by night, and a rock-breaking legend by also night, I guess. You dig into ancient mysteries while blasting synthwave tunes, uncovering strange artifacts, and probably developing very swole arms IRL. It's got physics-based digging, customizable tunes, and let's be honest, it's the closest we're ever getting to being a mole man with a Spotify Premium account. And for that, I salute you, Dig FM. Oppidum next up. Oppidum, a mysterious, atmospheric survival builder set in what looks like ancient Gaul, but with a major twist. You're in a shield wall against the unknown. Think Frostpunk meets Ancient Aliens. You're managing a village, building up defenses, and dealing with something that's watching from the shadows. Oh yeah, baby, there's horror in them hills. It's got deep crafting, diplomacy, and enough tension to make your keyboard sweat. Bonus points. Oppidum sounds like something you'd name your indie band in college. Asphalt Legends, Unite, Hyundai Drift. And now, for a game that goes from 0 to 100 in about 0.0001 seconds, Asphalt Legends Unite, Hyundai Edition. That's right, the Asphalt franchise is back with cross-platform multiplayer madness, and Hyundai's leading the charge. Forget realism. This game is all about speed, style, and catching so much air you could high-five a satellite. Hyundai's custom rides look so good, they might just make you reconsider your next car purchase. This video not sponsored by Hyundai yet. We're talking neon tracks, mid-air flips, and an announcer who's permanently stuck on maximum hype. It's arcade chaos in the best way. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, remake. Oh, baby, you feel that? That's nostalgia hitting your brain like a rewind button to 2003. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Remake is finally back on track, allegedly, after a long delay, and I mean Duke Nukem Forever kind of long. Ubisoft says the remake is still alive, still sandy, and still flipping over spikes. They've gone back to the drawing board to bring us a version that respects the OG while still looking good in 2025. You get wall running, time reversing, and more dagger-based time crimes than ever before. Here's hoping it sticks the landing like the prince himself. Wronged us, aka Silent Hill, but everyone has beef with you. Imagine walking into a town where the fog is thicker than grandma's lasagna. Everyone stares like you owe them money, and the only person who talks to you is a mannequin that probably wants to wear your skin. Welcome to Wronged Us. This game is like if Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and emotional trauma had a baby, and that baby grew up to be a very quiet, very creepy adult who whispers Latin in the dark. You walk around a foggy, cursed town, trying to uncover what went wrong. And spoiler alert, it's probably you. The town is haunted, but like, emotionally. Buildings fall apart like your mental state. NPCs are awkward in that I definitely read a demon book kind of way. And if you think it's just psychological horror, oh no. This game will throw in surprise combat with the grace of a drunk octopus. Mount and Blade Sighua. War Sales, okay. Mountain Blade Titok. Bannerlord already lets you live out your medieval warlord fantasy, but now it's time to add boats. War Sales is bringing naval combat to the game, and I'm not okay. We're talking ship-to-ship boarding, piracy, trade, sea sieges, basically. Bannerlord meets Pirates of the Caribbean, but with 87% more beheadings. You can customize ships, command fleets, and probably get sunk while yelling at your soldiers for missing with a catapult again. You fools! I trained you better than this. It's going to change the entire dynamic of the game, and finally let us live out our dream of being a medieval Jack Sparrow with spreadsheet-level kingdom management. And there you have it. 18 upcoming games that are weird, wild, wonderful, and in some cases, extremely French. Whether you're rewinding time, digging through ancient vibes, or launching your Hyundai into the stratosphere. There's something here for everyone, so what are you hyped for? Drop your pics in the comments, or just leave a totally unrelated hot take, like Skyrim is just medieval GTA. I won't judge. Probably. Don't forget to like, sub, ring that spicy little bell, and tell your dog I said hi. Until next time, keep gaming, keep laughing, and remember, life's too short to skip side quests. Peace.